Good afternoon, dear students. As we have started our chapter Control and Coordination, and yesterday I gave you some introduction regarding this chapter, that what we are going to study in this chapter. Okay, so today we are going to proceed further in this chapter, and we are going to take the concept of like control and coordination in plants. Okay, we also discussed yesterday about the movements, how the movements in animals as well as in plants takes place. We came through the concept of like in movement, if the movement are taking place in animals, it can be due to nervous system or hormonal system. Okay, we call it endocrine system. But in case of plants, there is no such nervous tissue present in the plant. So only hormonal movements are there. Besides that, today what we are going to study is that the plants, they show two types of movements. First movement that we are talking about is nestic movement, and the another one that we are talking about is tropic movements. Okay, so if plants, they show movements, it means they can be categorized into two categories. What are they? Either nestic movements or tropic movements. Okay, what do you mean by nestic movements and what do you mean by tropic movements, and what are some examples related to it? So we are going to study it in detail right now. Okay, so first of all, let us come to the nestic movements. You know what are nestic movements? See, two types of movements are there. One is related to whether the this one is due to growth, the movements that are taking place for the growth of the plant, and the other one is independent of growth. Okay, so nestic movements are basically the movements which do not show growth in the plants, while these tropic movements are the movements which show that plants are growing. Just like if I talk about tendril, you might have seen the tendril, that spring-like structure is formed in the creepers or in vines. Okay, so what happens in that? They curl around some support and they start growing. Like roots are going towards the earth, shoot is going away from the earth. So don't you think that these movements are the growth movements? Okay, so such type of movements in which some stimuli is required, some external change is required, and the plant shows movement, and that movement is supporting growth of the plant. We call it tropic movement. So we are going to discuss it in detail. So before that, let us come to nestic movements. What are nestic movements? The movements that are caused in the plants and do not support any type of growth. We call them nestic movements. So such type of movements are independent of growth. Now, I'm sure that there is a question in your mind that which movements are said to be the nestic movements. Let us come to the example. Yesterday also we discussed it. Let us talk about touch me not, chui mui plant. Touch me not. Okay, or in Hindi we call it chui mui. So this plant we are talking about, chui mui, okay, or touch me not. And you know what is the scientific name? Yesterday also it was taken. It is Mimosa pudica. Always underline them because it is a scientific name. Mimosa pudica. See, if you touch this, the leaves of this plant, what will happen? The leaves are going to curl. Okay. After some time, again they are going to open. If you will again touch it, again it is going to curl. So, do you think that there is any kind of growth taking place in such type of plants or in such type of movements? No, no. Then how this movement is taking place? See, the plant touch me not is sensational, or it is sensing the touch. When we touch the leaves of this plant, what happens? The turgor pressure. You know what is turgor pressure? In life processes you have learnt about it. The turgor pressure that is created into the leaves or the plant due to the water content, okay, that is lost at once. So when we touch and the movements occur in response to touch, it is due to the Turgor pressure. Okay, so in this, what happens actually, the leaves which contain water, the water is rushed into the nearby areas, nearby parts of the plant. As a result, the leaves, they droop down, they curl inside. After some time, water is again rushed to those leaves and they again become turgid and they again become spread like anything. So the Turgor pressure is responsible for such type of movements. Okay, the movements which are in response to touch, they are called nestic movements. So the question can be asked in the exam like, what are nestic movements? Explain with an example. Okay, the example of touch me not plant, or you can be asked like in 1 mark question in MCQs, what is the scientific name of, what is the scientific name of touch me not plant? So you are going to write it, Mimosa pudica, or in Hindi what do we call it? We call it Chui Moi, or we also call it Lajwanti, and in English we call it sensitive plant. Okay, so this plant is actually responding to a stimuli which is touch. Okay, and this phenomena in which a plant is responding to touch is known as thigmonasty. What do we call it? Thigmonasty. Thigmonasty. Thigmo word is related to touch and nasty for nestic movements. Okay, so I hope the concept of nestic movement is clear to you. Now let us come to the tropic movements. This we are going to discuss in detail. See, tropic movements are basically, they are taking place due to some external stimuli. We are going to discuss about tropic movements. And as they are the movements which support growth of the plant. Okay, so we are going to study about tropic movements. Now, these movements are directional movements. We call them directional movements. Okay, directional movements or the orientations of specific part of a plant in response to external stimuli. Okay, directional movements, I am repeating, or orientation it is orientation of what? Part of a special part or specific part of a plant in response to external stimuli. Orientation of specific part of a plant, okay, of a plant in response to external stimuli. In response to external stimuli. Okay, so these are the directional movements or the orientation of a specific part, not whole of the part. It can be root, it can be shoot, okay, it can be any other part of the plant. So which are showing response to external stimuli, and such type of movements are known as tropic movements. What do we call them? Tropic movements. Okay, see, these movements are very slow. They are very slow. They do not, like, at once they are going to show, just like in touch me not plant. We touch and it at once calls. Okay, but in these movements it is not so. What happens? They are very slow movements. They react or they respond to the stimuli in a very slow manner. Okay, so the movement of the plants can be either towards the stimulus or away from the stimulus. So this is the first thing. Second thing is that movements are slow. Third thing is that movement can be towards the stimulus or it can be away from the stimulus. Okay, it can be either towards the stimulus or it can be away from the stimulus. If it is towards the stimulus, we call it positive stimulus. Okay, if the movement is towards the stimulus, we call it positive stimulus. Okay, if it is away from the stimulus, then we say negative stimulus. What do we call it? Negative stimulus. Is it clear to everyone? Movement can be away from the stimulus or towards the stimulus. If it is towards the stimulus, we call it positive stimulus. If it is away from the stimulus, we call it negative stimulus. Let us see how. First of all, we will learn how many types of tropism are there. Okay. So, by here I think everything is clear. Very simple. You have to read the chapter side by side because it is a concept from biology, and biology needs lots and lots of reading. And I tell you, in every line there is one word question. Okay, so thorough reading of the chapter is quite necessary for you. It has to be done on daily basis. Okay, so let us see how many types of tropism are there. Like light, gravity, light is the response, is as a stimulus, gravity is a stimulus, and some chemical substances also act like stimulus. First, second, third, fourth. Water is a stimulus. See, I have written different stimuli towards which or away from them the plants grow. Okay, either plant or some part of the plant. Fine. So what are they? There are 4 common stimuli. These are the 4 common stimuli. What are they? Light, gravity, chemical substances, and water. And what are the terms that we give to them? This is called phototropism. What do we call it? Phototropism. Photo means light. Means the stimulus here is light. Either the part is going towards the light or away from the light. Next is gravity. So what is it called? Gravity. It is geotropism. Geo, G-E-O-T-R-O-P-I-S-M. Geotropism. Geotropism, geo is related to earth. So growing towards the gravity of the earth. Or negative, if it is negative, then growing away from the earth. So we call it geotropism. Okay. Then comes chemical substances. It is known as chemotropism. Okay. So tropism over here is what? Stimulus is chemical substances. So what is the name? Chemotropism. Chemotropism. Chemo is related to chemicals. And the last one is water. Water is the stimulus. So we call it hydrotropism. What do we call it? What do we say this tropism? Hydrotropism. Okay. Let us quickly sum up in some examples. Like, if I talk about phototropism, then shoots always grow towards light. Shoots, they are growing towards the light. Okay, so phototropism. Roots are inside the soil, they are growing away from the soil, so they are negatively phototropic. Shoots are positively phototropic, while roots are negatively phototropic. Then comes geotropism. Roots are always growing towards the earth or the gravity, so roots are positively geotropic. See, roots here were negatively phototropic, but here they are positively geotropic. Okay, and what about shoots? Shoots are growing above the earth, so shoots are negatively geotropic. Fine. Then comes next, chemotropism. In your previous classes, you have learnt about how the pollination takes place. Then what happens? When the pollination is taking place, means transfer of pollen grains from anther to the stigma. When the pollen grain falls on the stigma, then it secretes some chemical substance which allows to the formation of the tube, pollen tube. So this pollen tube will generate only when the chemical substance has been released. So this growth of the pollen tube is basically chemotropism. What do we call it? Chemotropism. Then last one is hydrotropism. Roots are always trying to find water in the soil. Okay, roots, they are always trying to find water in the soil. So this hydrotropism, what do we call it? Hydrotropism means roots are hydrotropic in nature. So I hope these tropic movements are clear to you. If it is light, then phototropism. If it is gravity, then geotropism. If it is chemical substances, then chemotropism. If water, then hydrotropism. So you learned about the movements in plants today. There are two types: nestic movements or tropic movements. Nestic movements are non-directional, while tropic movements are directional, or they support growth in the plants. Okay. Then we learned about what are the nestic movements. So the question for today are that what are the two different types of movements taking place in plants. Okay. First you name them, then you write short notes on them. Then you write about the tropic movements. How many types of tropic movements are there or tropisms are there? So on basis of the common stimulus, how many types of stimuli are there to which plants respond? Okay, so this is how you are going to do the question and read the chapter. And don't forget to maintain your notebooks. Your notebooks are going to be checked, okay, on priority. So maintain your notebooks very properly.